Peace, YouTube. This is Fleroon coming to you today to discuss another topic of discussion. I know I've been out of the mix for a little bit on YouTube. I've been real live on FB. And I complain about FB, but I have my own little secret squirrel group, so it's working out well. So I will say that. But I wanted to talk about what's going on presently as far as the fabric of our reality. The fabric of our reality is breaking down. It is finally collapsing. And I say this with a smile because it is what's necessary to rebuild a new cycle of existence and a new playing field for the new home court advantage beings that are here as you and I. And as I'm seeing, I was in the Matrix for a while. As many of you know, I was in New York for a couple weeks, and I came back and I traveled a little bit, and then, I was kikiing with the dolphins, which I'm excited to say. I know I'm so excited. It was such a wonderful experience, but I was kikiing with the dolphins, swimming with the dolphins, which was such a wonderful experience. But I have to say that for the most part, I noticed when I came back from outside of the matrix into my little bubble, which is when I came from inside the matrix and entered my outside perimeters of my bubble, I noticed that everything started to break down. Like there was a power surge in my home, and the TV. I don't have TVs in my home. I have one. Because I'm super paranoid. Because a TV is a two-way mirror, so it's just like black glass. But anyway, so that one is a power surge because we had tons of lightning storms, because I'm in the tropical area of Florida, and we occasionally have we usually have power storms. So I had a power storm and a power surge, and it just totally X-made the TV, which is what it is. It's fine. It's not like I'm a TV buff or anything. I like to just obsess and watch movies just so I can see the gems and all the idiosyncrasies. And then little things started to break down, like little electronics, things breaking, chairs breaking, like everything breaking down. And I said to myself, I'm looking to see if it's a Mercury retrograde, because it's very common during a retrograde for things to break, especially electronics. But it was all aspects of everything, even aspects of things that I thought were workable, that, like as far as like non-electronic things were breaking down. So I noticed, and I had to pull back and say to myself, okay, something is occurring here, because it is. And I always make sure that I like to touch base with others, because sometimes my experiences could be in sync with others, and then I can get a more of a diagnoses of what it could be on an energetic level. So I'm talking and kicking with our Floor Room cipher and some of my people who are inside the matrix, who are outside the conscious perimeters of our state of consciousness. And I noticed that it was the same for them. So I just stand there and think, and I thought about it, and I realized that the perimeters, the matrix, the fabric of our reality is now considerably breaking down. It's finally crashing and deteriorating and breaking down in order to build a new system of awareness and consciousness and living. So I accept that. I'm actually excited about this, but I was wondering if that was a reality that you out there on my YouTube family, is that something that you're experiencing? We know that society-wise, we are seeing a breakdown of the system. I know that when we built our shield, our energetic divine shield, on the 13th, which we do every 13th, which is coming up again, my sea stars and seamen, we built our shield. I noticed that a lot is starting to reveal itself. A lot of diabolical things happening on the back way or coming into fruition and coming to light, to be exonerated, not to be exonerated, but to be dealt with, to be addressed, and to be eliminated. I noticed that. I've noticed a lot of our wonderful sea stars are being freed from very toxic relationships, forced almost, being kicked out of relationships with with Nazis. I talk about my Nazi, but yes, I am drinking. So it's kind of like a sidebar video. I'm actually going to go live on YouTube. So if live on FB, on my Secret Squirrel page, Secret Cipher. So if you listen, I'm going to go more into detail. I just kind of wanted to talk to you, my YouTube family, because some of you are not on my FB page, and I share a lot. I do a lot of live videos, and I know many of you are really perturbed with me as not doing live now. Like, I attempted to do live on YouTube, but it wouldn't let me. I don't know why. I don't know if YouTube has some sort of new parameters of live, but I'm okay with doing live every once in a while for YouTube. But I did this video, and again, if you want to join me on Aquarius, remember, every Thursday night I do Aquarius Rising at 9 p.m. Eastern. I do Aquarius Rising, Ninth Gate, and I do the show, and I do it live on FB, and I also do it on Blog Talk and on FB. And again, if you want to join my I know many of you are paranoid, as you should be, with FB, and I wouldn't have you join anything because I'm not too thrilled with how they kick me off and delete my page all the time. I'm just a UFO enthusiast and an ET contactee. I don't know why they would ever think of deleting my page. I'm not doing anything, am I? Anyway, I'm making jokes. I'm being very facetious right now. But needless to say, if you want to join the page and join our family, I have a secret page that I have that's a subsidiary of my Flowbroom page. So I'm sorry, my hair is growing, and since I've gotten back, and I've got to I don't like to do haircuts. I like to trim when I can, but I'm grateful that my hair is like weeds. I'm like a tree. I'm like a copper tree. And it grows, especially in heat, when it's really, really hot here and it's summertime. So if you want to join my FB group, just you can do that, and then I'll add you to my secret group on FB. Nothing's really secret. I just say this because they have that parameters, and they tend not to mess with the secret groups, because the secret groups can be anything. That's why they have secret groups on FB. I mean, we just obviously they are monitoring everything and anything we do. But I'm just saying, I have the secret group so that deleting that is not an option. I have different administrators, just me, and another C star, and that way when they delete my other main page, it's always active on my secret page, so you always have access to the live feeds. And our family is keeping it fresh and new, adding all kinds of new conscious experiences, UFO photos, ET conversation, how we do. So if you want to do that, and just add yourself, and then I'll add you to the secret group. I'll do that. They actually restricted me from adding any more people to my secret group. That lets you know that they know that they prefer to just delete me and not have me have access, but they know with the secret group it'll stay up. So anyway, I know I'm sidebarring. So the fabric of reality is breaking down. It is what it is. I'm noticing that manifestation is happening easier and effortlessly, more so than ever. I'm noticing that, and I had to make sure that I was still outside of the matrix when I entered my bubble, because things were breaking down. So I thought to myself, maybe I cracked my my safeguard outside the matrix. It wasn't that. It's because I still am manifesting the same way I did before, and actually my environment is matching more of my higher mind. I have, outside my home, I can see a volcano with a waterfall, which is what I'll see when we do our exodus to Brazil. But it's interesting that I'm in the land of Disney, so obviously when I say that, it's because it's an artificial form of that. But I notice right outside my door, I see a beautiful volcano with a waterfall, and it's amazing because I've manifested that with my thought patterns, and with my own level of higher consciousness. So they built something. That's what I'm saying. You know, outside the perimeters of the matrix, I've been able to manifest things very easily, and my environment will match my mind state. And it's interesting that they manufactured something that is in my higher mind. That is one of my, you know, is one of my you know, if you know Fleur Brune, you know I love trees and I love waterfalls. It's in sync. I will live in a tree house and I will look at waterfalls every morning wherever I go, and whatever exodus I do, that will be mandatory as far as seeing. But anyway, I'm not going to keep too long in this video because it's kind of going sidebar. But again, you can join me on my other group, Fleur Brune, on FB, and I'll add you to the secret group if you want. And I'm actually going to go live now on my secret group, Fleur Brune Cipher. So you can look for me. I don't know if you can even search for it if you're on FB already, but it's the Fleur Brune Cipher. Make sure you join us. You know, it's, again, I created this group so that we can have a free forum of conversation about metaphysics, about you know, occultism, about all aspects of, you know, the UFO field, and ETs and interterrestrials and what have you. You know, it's just a free form without scrutiny and without censure. So make sure you join that. And again, if you ever miss me and you know I'm not on YouTube as much, you can always join me in Aquarius Rising Ninth Gate, and you'll hear us. And if you want to see me live, you'll be on my Fleur Brune FB page, so you'll see me, you know, talking. A lot of you like to see the visual because, you know, I'm so animated half the time, so I appreciate that. So anyway, I shall talk to you later, and again, pay attention to the breaking down of the matrix. Right now you're seeing everything break down in order to create new fields of existence, to rebuild a society which is more cohesive to the higher energies and the higher beings that we are evolving into. So I think it's appropriate, and I think it's applicable to the time frame that we're in. And again, many ET groups are in contact with their own hybrids and own contactees that they have really sent here. I've really accepted the fact that they've created a lot of these hybrids and had contact with many beings, you know, many of us, in order to uphold, you know, some level of control. You know, it's all relative, in order to allow for the changes to occur. I think if we were all like in a state of like sheepism and, you know, walking zombies, it wouldn't happen like we're seeing now. Everything is coming to fruition, and it's beautiful. I accept it. I accept the higher field of consciousness, and I also accept the breakdown of society in order to build a new, better society that is more cohesive to the type of higher beings that we are becoming. So anyway, I love you. Join me again on Thursday if you don't hear me, and you know, I'll make another video. I'll start making more YouTube videos, or transferring my other videos from my live on FB. You know, I'm not cohesive with that, but I have I have someone who can help me out with that. So we'll see. So peace, family. Fleur Brune.